What it do, Dream Team? It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with America's broken justice system slammed by TikToker. I'm ready to go ahead and jump right into this, but before we do that, smash that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media and Patreon, all up top. You don't subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Human, I talk back. If you guys have a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or in the description section, there's a Google form link. What we got?
If somebody black or brown does kill somebody in the police, how long are they going to live? And if they live, how long is the grand jury going to take, if it even goes to the grand jury, to indict them for murder?
If someone were to kill a cop, there's no chance they're getting away with it. But despite over 1,000 people being killed by police, only 12 of them were convicted of a crime. And there are
1,000. 1,000. You're telling me all these people had to be killed in order to stop them? Know what I'm saying? Death was the only way that they could stop these criminals.
killed by police. Only 12 of them are convicted of a crime. And there is no crime in this country where killing someone on the spot, without a trial, without any due process, just extrajudicially killing them on the spot, there's no crime where that's the punishment.
People always say, well, you know,
unless they are a threat to your life, like you see that they have a gun and they're pulling it out to point at you and try to kill you, then there is no reason that they should be shot and killed. There's no reason at all. If you're scared, if you killed them out of fear, but they didn't have any, if it turned out they were unarmed, then you're guilty. Then you're guilty. But I'm sorry. Keep it rolling. Or if they're a threat to your life or to someone else's life, or know what I'm saying, then okay.
Killing them on the spot. There's no crime where that's the punishment.
People always say, well, you know, the police have such a dangerous job. You know, look, what about all the police that are killed by black people? Well, what about them? First of all, you can't hardly find any. You go and take the statistics for the number of police that have been killed over the last 30 years and put it up against the number of black youth and brown youth that have been killed by the police, and one of them will be like this and the other one will be like that.
Have you ever noticed how conservatives try to change the subject when we want to talk about gun violence? Or police brutality? Or anything for that matter? Whenever we try to talk about systemic issues in this country and how we fix them, conservatives always want to change the subject. And this video does a good job debunking one of those lines of argument. So when people talk about police brutality, they talk about how disproportionately black people are killed more by police than white people. But then conservatives will try to say, well, what about police officers who are killed in the line of duty? Do you know what the #1 killer of cops in the line of duty last year was? It was COVID.
How many times have you heard?
Literally, like, wow, like, it's not even comparable statistics, like, but yet they're not found guilty. They're just not being found guilty, and it's absurd and it's craziness. It's absolute craziness.
In the line of duty last year was?
But he's right. They always try to flip this topic.
How many times have you heard over and over again, well, we have to respect the process. We have to let the system play out. We have to let the system work.
Against us.
But this is the system working. The assassination of Michael Brown and so many others, thousands of others, that is the system working.
And when we talk about the system working, you know, the way the criminal justice system works, especially when prosecuting cops who kill people, I mean, this is really how it works. It's designed to work that way. It's designed to protect institutions of power. So if people are really worried about violence, which conservatives pretend to be whenever we have a broader conversation about gun violence, they should care about all of it, but they don't. Look at the national conversation on gun violence happening right now, and look to the right. What are they saying? Oh, well, what about inner city crime? What about Chicago? You don't care about Chicago. The thing is, It's easy for people to continue perpetuating this cycle of gun violence in Chicago when states like Indiana have lax gun laws. All they have to do is drive an hour or two south, go get a gun, and bring it back into Illinois. And we're not going to be able to curb this collectively until we have a national standard on gun control. Because a piecemeal framework is only going to create havens for gun purchases in red states, which makes it easy for people who are violent to continue this trend. So if you really are worried about Chicago, like you say you are, do something about Indiana. Do something about the ability to purchase guns freely in other states. There are
yes. If you stop it in one state, like you say, you just drive the people. If you really want a gun, you just drive to another state and you get a gun. Like, it has to be a national thing. It can't be state by state thing. That wouldn't make no sense. It'd still be easy to acquire one. But yeah, like it's always a topic switch. When you talked about police brutality, you talk about what about black on black crime? What about you switch the topic just like that to try to throw you off? And it's like, yes, but like if you put that black person in a courtroom, more than likely he's getting convicted. More than likely he's getting convicted of murder. You know what I'm saying? Where the statistic the other way, they're not getting convicted. They're not 12 out of 1,000.
Something about the ability to purchase guns freely in other states. There are common sense measures that a broad percentage of the population supports, both in police reform and gun reform. You know, a vast majority of this country supports broader police reform, and that number spiked in the immediate aftermath of George Floyd's murder. And a majority of people support common sense measures in the United States for gun control, like background checks and closing the gun show loophole. These are easy things to do that'll greatly reduce the number of gun deaths every year. But the Republicans don't support either of those. So until they support those, we just need to disregard these bad faith concern trolls. Like officers dying in the line of duty. I mean, that's COVID, really. What are they doing on that? Well, they broadly oppose any sort of preventative measures to take COVID seriously. So across the board, you see this trend play out again and again. When they bring these issues to light, it's not because they're concerned, it's just because they want to distract and obfuscate.
I like this guy. But yes, and I'm not trying to like, I guess say that all cops are bad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the ones who are guilty of crimes should be convicted as guilty of crimes. No, I know there's good cops out there. I know there's great cops out there, but there's also bad ones. So there's also bad, and they need to be held to the same standard that you are holding civilians to, if not a higher one. But that's all we got for this one. If you guys got a favorite video you want to see me react to, you can subscribe to Patreon, leave a suggestion, or in the description section there's a Google form link. Hit the link, fill out your suggestion, send it to me. Want me to get to yours faster than others, fill out premium. Make sure you hit subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media and Patreon, all up top. You want to subscribe to any of it? Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. I'm human. I talk back and I love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy D Neal. Out.